Continuing with our promotion of artists in the Dragon Ball fandom and artists who have done thumbnails for me, this thumbnail right here, which I absolutely love, was done by Olympia. I will leave a link to her social media. She is unbelievably talented with how she puts these things together. Check her out. Let's get to the video. You know, one of the things that never made sense to me about Dragon Ball, for various reasons, is how is Goku poor? And there's a lot of reasons as to why this is weird, and on this video, let's talk about it.
Hey guys, this is Goku. Donate some of your energy and Dragon Punch that subscribe button, and follow Geekdom 101 on the social media platforms.
So I'm going to make various points in this video about why Goku should never at all have to worry about money. And the first one goes all the way back to the beginning of the series, and one of the most overlooked things is the fact that Chi-Chi's father, the Ox King, is actually the king of Fire Mountain. And when you're the king of something, it means that you have money. However, with Goku marrying Chi-Chi, it's a time-honored tradition and an old-school mentality that you have to take your bride and start a new life. So because of that, I do understand as to why Goku and Chi-Chi don't just live with the Ox King. They have their own house on Mount Paozu because it's not really right for Goku to mooch off his father-in-law. Like, that makes sense. So after Goku and Chi-Chi get married, 5 years go by, Dragon Ball ends, Dragon Ball Z begins in the anime, and the next time we see them, they're living in a house with young Gohan, and it's pretty much implied, if not outwardly stated, that Goku and Chi-Chi pretty much live off the land. Now, one of the things that's lost in translation in the other dubs, and I don't mean just the English dub, also the Spanish dub and some of the foreign dubs, is that Goku and Chi-Chi in the Japanese version are a couple of country bumpkins. They have a country bumpkin accent in Japanese, and thus having them live like farmers off the land, having Goku fish and hunt for food, all of that makes sense. But then when you fast forward to Dragon Ball Super, things get weird. In the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super, Chi-Chi is urging Goku to get a job. The story being that they don't have any money, and by the end of the episode, Mr. Satan shows up and gives Goku a whole bunch of money, which he gives to Chi-Chi, and thus Chi-Chi is okay and gives Goku her blessings to go train at Kaio's planet. Now, that by itself isn't too crazy, but what never made any lick of sense to me is why the hell Goku and Chi-Chi are struggling with money if Goku's first friend he ever made is Bulma, whose father, Dr. Briefs, is the richest man in the world. That's been confirmed. Goku has saved the Earth and Bulma's ass on numerous occasions. You would think that if you have an endless supply of money, you would at least buy the homeboy a nice house, maybe pay for his electric or something, maybe have a butler or something. I mean, Goku's kind of an important figure in the history of the Earth as well as in the history of Bulma, and they've been very close friends. So I don't understand why Chi-Chi and Goku could ever have any money problems if they are friends with the richest family in the world. But let's add another layer to that. Not only is Goku friends with Bulma, he's friends with Mr. Satan. His son married Mr. Satan's daughter, and in Dragon Ball Super, we actually see Mr. Satan bought Gohan and Videl their own giant freaking house. So why is it that Gohan and Videl get a giant house and Goku and Chi-Chi are still stuck in the forest having to fish? I get it if you want to be a country bumpkin, but that contradicts the episode where Chi-Chi needs money. Why wouldn't you just call up Bulma and say, yo, hook me up with some cash? I know that if I was bougie and I was the richest man on earth, you better believe that my homies would be set with a nice freaking house, maybe, a couple cars. I'm not saying I would support them for the rest of their life, but dude, if my best friend was Goku and I was the richest person on earth, you better believe he would be pampered to protect my ass. But really though, the most logical conclusion to this is that Goku and Chi-Chi probably just don't feel comfortable asking Bulma for money, which does kind of make sense because Goku and Chi-Chi have always been a very independent couple, and like we talked about, we can't relate to Goku because none of us are Goku. But if I knew Goku and Chi-Chi, I would definitely tell him how I feel. Those are the random thoughts that I have at 3 in the morning when I have nothing better to do but talk about a Japanese cartoon. Thank you for watching the video, and check out more of my ramblings right here.